This week's episode of the multiple award-winning Here For It podcast is brought to you by Dr. Angelou. Call her by her name and call her by her title, girls. In this last week, y'all figured out that Dr. Maya Angelou really was that bitch back then, when my mama was growing up, when your mama was growing up, and still is today. I thought it was extremely funny to see only this new generation of kids on the internet talking about defense and arguing on the behalf of the young girl that was besmirched by Dr. Angelou, demanding that she call her by her name and title and not Maya. Because, girl, you don't know me like that, and you don't have the license nor the range.
Yeah, I'm currently looking up synonyms for snatch because her wig was snatched, my wig was snatched. It was
Sally Jesse Raphael. Sally Jesse Raphael's wig was snatched.
We were robbed. We were pilfered.
Yikes. Yeah. I know y'all did not really think the writer, the creator of I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings should be called Maya by a person in the audience.
Are you talking about the girl who did that song with Cisco? Who is Maya? My name is Dr. Angelou.
And that's it. That's it.
Who is Maya?
But
Maya?
You ain't even met me yet. What do you mean, Maya? Are we fucking? Are you my man?
Uh-oh.
Because if you my man, then you can call me Maya. Okay. But you're not my man, so you can't call me Maya.
It was, the gag was, all the girls was going on the internet and looking up, Miss Patti LaBelle, that's her Instagram name. Miss Gladys Knight, that's her Twitter name. And they got Miss Janet Jackson. I think that's her display name on Twitter. Like, all the older girls got Miss in front of their names. Like, these girls who listen to Lil Pump and stuff need to pump some class, some culture into their veins, because what is going on? LMA out here don't know 3 Aretha Franklin songs. This generation is doomed.
This episode is also brought to you by Reverse the Camera Girl. Reverse the goddamn camera. It is a life proverb to every homophobic troll out there. There are going to be plenty of homophobic trolls that are going to be coming for you, coming for things that you say, coming for your pictures, coming for your stances and your views. And you kill that shit with Reverse the goddamn Camera Girl. Because when you reverse that camera, when you tell them niggas to show their goddamn picture, the story is different. Every time.
You get blocked all of a sudden.
Oh, no. Yeah, well, you're going to get blocked because they scared.
It's quiet all of a sudden.
They can't keep up with the argument no more. They don't have the range for the argument.
The storm done cleared out all of a sudden.
So every time I see somebody talking trash or about me or the LGBT community specifically, I will reference them reversing the goddamn camera.
And it's a hit song. How about that?
Well, I don't know about hit, but it's a song.
Down to the Gulfport, Mississippi, pumping out them hits. You ain't even know it.
Yeah, you can really look up hashtag Reverse the Camera if you have not seen the video of I don't know her pronouns. Her pronouns may be her pronouns may be he. But there was a young LGBT worker allegedly
down to the Burger King.
At the Burger King working, doing his or her job the way that she was supposed to do, and there was this large lady in purple. We never get to see her face because when she attempted to reverse the camera, she didn't show her goddamn face because she knew it was going to be shady.
When she got called to task, she knew she was going to get an F.
It's a group project, and girl, you was asleep.
Girl, first of all, it was a solo project. Reverse the camera, press the button, girl. It's a one step. You can get a. This is how you get an A. Press the button on your phone and show yourself.
Oh, you can't do that. But you worried about my wig.
You got so much to say.
You worried about my dental plan.
You gonna get banned. You gonna get banned.
Oh. This is Here For It podcast.
Tap the name tag, Harvey.
Yeah,
Harvey. Tap your name tag, Harvey.
Your week's colorful commentary on all things mental health, sexual health, and politics.
My name is Ronald Matters. Follow me on the internet at Ronald Matters. And of course, it's such a great website. I get so emotional every time I think about it.
Ronald. I get so emotional, baby.
No, that's not the Mariah Carey song. RonaldMatters.com.
I was doing Whitney Houston. So, correct. My name is The Superman, TheeSupaman. aka the protector of booty, BKA the highborn prince who was promised. And again, this is Here For It Podcast. This is the 2nd year anniversary of Here For It Podcast. Ooh. Y'all hoes have been listening to us for a long periodically time, and we appreciate the fuck out of you. We really appreciate everyone that shows up. At the moment, our episodes drop every Wednesday morning religiously throughout the day. I see you. I see the numbers. There's the same Power 100 that listens the minute it drops. Then there's the same 200 that listens as soon as they get to work. And then there's another 100 of you girls that listen right at lunchtime. And then there's another 100 of you girls that listen right when you get off work.
And then
I
some girls
see
be
you.
Cooking. Yeah, then some people listen to podcasts while they cook. Well,
yeah. But you guys have been sticking by us for 2 years. Our supporters have been supporting us. I see you. I saw some of y'all in the streets this weekend. I appreciate you guys. Stay tuned. I promise we have so much in store for you. We are going to do something special again. So last year, we were at Casa Ruby for our 1-year anniversary. Shout out to Casa Ruby.
We love you.
Yeah, we miss you as well. And this year, I don't want to have another episode anniversary without us doing something for others. So this podcast has never been about Ronald. It has never been about myself. It has always been about the edification and education and betterment of you.
Amen.
So the podcast game is continuing to grow. There are more voices out there than ever. Than when we started, it was just only a couple of the girls, and now it's all of the girls. So I would like to pay it forward for us to give one of you guys, if you are listening right now, or if you know someone that wants to create a podcast, has a great vision for a podcast, that will execute that is not afraid to get on a microphone.
Come on out.
We at Here For It Podcast are going to offer a 1-hour consultancy for absolutely free.
Oh.
We're also going to donate a microphone.
Oh, shout out to us. Here For It Podcast. What?
So there are so many people that we've talked to. We've been to podcast conferences where people were scared. They didn't know what they had to invest. They didn't know exactly what to start with to begin a podcast. And so we would like to be that flame that lights the next torch that comes behind us. We're not going to be doing this forever, more than likely.
Ooh,
so I want to pass the baton and pass the flame to others. So when the last episode of Fear For It Podcast airs, we have lit someone else's torch to continue on, not necessarily doing the same things that we're doing, but doing something for the community, something positive. So I encourage our listeners and our supporters, if it be you or if you know someone else that wants to start a podcast, that has a great idea, has a great vision, inbox it to me or inbox it to Ronald or inbox it to our Instagram or our Twitter or our email. And when we get one, we will let you guys know. We're going to look at them and review them together.
I'm excited for this.
And I want to get this done in the next month. So I want someone, I want ideas now. So right now, wow. If you are someone that wants to start a podcast or you know someone that wants to start a podcast, just start the conversation with us in our inbox right now. I want to get this started in the next month. We have the microphone right now. We have the hour of consultancy that we will give you about what our journey has been, how we have gotten to over 100,000 listens and streams.
135,000, okay.
Yes. And hundreds of supporters, multiple awards. It's not easy, but somebody else can do it.
What?
We're not the only people. Other people can do it. And so here on our 2-year anniversary, I just would like to start with that. We're going to pay it forward in a couple of different ways. And so if you are that person or you know other people that want to start a podcast, hit us up. Our
icebreaker
word of the day this week. Oh, no, you're right. I'm sorry.
My ice to be broken. My coochie is hard. Break this ice.
Wow.
Knock the cobwebs off.
Well, you may or may not wish that you had reminded me about an icebreaker. So Hollywood has finally
Who?
Hollywood.
The city or
Hollywood. Well,
a nigga on Jack? Because y'all be calling yourselves Hollywood on Jack.
Oh well, no, there is that one guy that's a porn star Hollywood.
See, that's why I asked.
I ain't gonna say nothing.
Is Hollywood good?
I don't know. 'Cause I can't say that because I see him.
You
all
do the
time.
porn star
And
award, so you be.
You know when the girls never mind.
You can't be what you say on Twitter. You can't be a porn star and only did under 5 videos or something. You said
Just only fans videos.
just the OnlyFans. Is that the new website? Okay. Wow, I can't.
Just
keep
for
up.
fans? Yes, just for fans.
They
and then it's
renamed
only
themselves.
fans. Yeah, to keep from getting deleted. Anyway, the icebreaker this week is Hollywood, as in the industry, as in the movie industry,
Okay.
has finally called us to do our biopic.
Okay.
We are finally famous.
Reverse the camera.
Okay.
That's got to be the closing song in my movie.
We've been doing this 2 years, and they finally have recognized the greatness that is Here For It podcast.
All right.
Who is going to play your mom?
What?
So it's easy to
There
say.
was a thing on the internet that was
exactly.
Oh, is this what this is based off of?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Let me calm
So, yeah, exactly. There was a meme on the internet that said, "Who would play your mom
In your biopic.
your biopic?"
down. Do you have the picture?
And yeah,
Okay,
of course
great.
I
Because
do.
I was like, girl, I
course I
can't
do.
remember all the black. Lynn Whitfield will play my mama. I remember now. It was Lynn Whitfield. I saw it and I was like, Lynn Whitfield, put me in Greenleaf if that's where I gotta be. It's based out of Memphis anyway, so
So your mom had some likeness to Lynn Whitfield, same attitude like Whitfield or something.
no, I just want Lynn Whitfield in my movie.
Oh, okay.
Star power. So I want it to be Lynn Whitfield, then my name. Because with anybody else, practically, I'm just gonna have to put my name first. I'm the only star power. Not that I'm opposed, but you know.
No, I want to be with. I want them to put all the stars first, so girls will come out and see the story, and then be with Martell Superman. That's fine. I don't need top billing on this one. Put me on top billing with the Michael B. Jordan one.
Oh,
Yeah. So
who you pick?
my original pick, like for life, has always been Della Reese. I've always
Yeah.
wanted Della Reese to be my mom because she has always had the same likeness of my mom, the same attitude. Them niggas, they basically are the same person, really. But from the picture that was in the meme was Angela Bassett. It was Moesha's mama. I can't remember what her name is right now. What's Moesha's mama name?
Shirley.
Randolph.
Lynn. Oh shit! Damn.
Moesha's mama.
Yep. I feel so
Alfre
bad.
Woodard. Oh shit! I almost said Wanda Sykes. Damn it, Jim. No.
Jennifer Lewis.
Jennifer Lewis. Felicia Rashad. Damn, that's the one that cooked all the shit.
Oh my gosh! Wait to exhale.
Yeah,
and
Wait
she
to
was being
Exhale.
Mary Jane's. Damn, I can't think of her name. Oh my gosh, we're doing horrible at this.
So she was the girl that cooked all the shit in Waiting to Exhale.
Yeah.
I love her. Boots. Just can't remember her name at this moment. And then Lynn Whitfield. Mm-hmm. So if I had to pick from this, I would go with Felicia Rashad.
Shirley Ralph. That's
Shirley Ralph.
That's Moesha's mama. Okay,
Shirley
now
Ralph is Moesha's mama. Okay. And I know this one's her name is a L. Loretta Devine.
There we go. Woo.
It was up there.
We would have lost $1 million.
I would have just had to think about it and do Google's first before I answered Hollywood. So I can't get Della Reese obviously
Rest
at this
in
point.
peace. Rest in power.
Unfortunately. So I would go with Felicia Rashad, and I'm sure she would do wonderful, and I'm sure my mom would love Felicia Rashad playing her and would be honored. So that is our icebreaker this week.
That is so crazy because I was thinking about that, and then I was like, "Wow, I really like this meme," but then I didn't know how it would get incorporated to the podcast. Look at us,
Yeah,
Great
2 years.
minds.
We've been doing it for a while. You would think
great
we good.
minds.
Yeah, you would think we good at something.
Yeah.
Our word of the day, WERD, is switch. Switch is not the one that you used to get your ass beat back in the day that you had to go pull off the tree. Mm-hmm. Not that kind of switch. It is a term in BDSM that means one who is both submissive and dominant. So those are the people that take on the submissive role sometimes with certain people, but take on the dominant role sometimes with other people. They are known as switches.
Is that the plural form?
Oh,
Switches.
switch.
You just made that up, but okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like I said, someone that enjoys. And so there are people that are in relationships with switches, and in that relationship, they will have different dichotomies where in the relationship I'm a submissive, but outside of the relationship I'm a dominant. Or inside the relationship I'm a dominant, but outside the relationship I'm a submissive. And so those people are characterized as switches because they don't do just one, they switch between both.
Last week you was down to the DC Eagle doing putt play. This week you want to be called daddy.
Yeah.
I'd be so confused. Sir, you very smooth. I'm so confused.
But see, it doesn't have to be versatile because, again, they don't have to, like, be...
I'm just judging from my traditional, what is it?
Heteronormative.
Bottom view, which I stand proudly in. So I accept the critique that...
2 years stated it wrong. Cool.
Right. I receive it, but all that versatility stuff confuses me. I'm a simple woman with traditional values.
From the South. Some of y'all don't have a range.
Tennessee.
Some of y'all don't have a range. That's what it really is.
Sexuality is fluid, though. Maybe when I'm 47, I will be the strictest top out here. I might even...
Prophecy.
I was going to say go gay, but I'm already gay. I might go straight. Woo.
Prophecy.
Who knows?
Vibe. Affirmations this week. Our affirmation is being single is not a curse. It is a great time to raise your vibrations, get smarter, so you have more to share with others than booty and or dick.
But can you share the place to get the good crab legs?
Can you share more than Trina lyrics?
Okay.
Like, I know that's nice. That's great. We can go back and forth on verses. Like, you can do the first half and I can do the second half. That's great. But are you going to teach me anything about anything else?
Sure, more than just your take me back pictures to Miami.
That's nice.
You went to Miami. Okay, great.
It's so sweet. It's so sweet. That's really sweet.
Yeah.
The laws of attraction will manifest the man that you are worth.
The laws of attraction will attract the
Will
man.
manifest. So that means it doesn't necessarily have to come when you feel like it should. It will come when you've manifested and become ready for it to happen. So you feel like right now, I need a man right now. I can do it.
Give me him.
But God is like, you haven't learned about tantric masturbation yet.
No.
So, like, when you learn about tantric masturbation and tantric sex, you'll be ready for him, so y'all can have tantric sex together.
But I don't know that yet. I got to listen to like 3 more episodes of here for a podcast.
Yeah, so if you listen to last week's episode, then you will have learned a little bit, and that might be one step on your journey. Your journey might be 3 steps, it might be 6 steps.
Now I'm learning about switch.
Yeah.
Down to the BDSM.
Because that might have been a part of your journey. Because a part of your journey might be like, what if you found the man, and then he says, listen, I do pup play on the weekends, and
What really is
that we talked about.
I like to lock my thing up. The boys that lock their thing up, wow. I feel
you have to make a decision on what's for you. And so if
that's the range of BDSM, that's the beauty in it.
Yeah. But if you find the man in your dream and he's into this and this is what gets him off and you don't know nothing about it, first off, you don't even know what pup play is, let alone have the ability to agree to or consent to it because you don't know what it is. You're not ready for that nigga. You haven't manifested high enough to be with him.
We need to talk about keeping a house.
Okay. But
you got experience with keeping a house.
I do.
So that way I can manifest the boyfriend that I'm supposed to have because I will learn how to keep a house. Because right now I don't know how to keep no house. I can just tell you that now.
Well, that can be a whole different segment.
Throw some bleach on it because my mama said if it smells like bleach in the house, it'll be good. And let's see what else. Pay the DirecTV bill because I currently have a past due DirecTV bill. I need to pay that. What else do you do to keep a house so I can get a man? So
we can cover that. We can cover that.
We need to manifest.
We can cover that. But the end of the affirmation is a period of evolution is necessary. Becoming a butterfly and not staying a caterpillar is your destiny.
Amen.
So a lot of times we don't realize that we're still in the caterpillar phase. No matter how successful we are, how glowed up we are, you are still a caterpillar. You have not learned enough or know enough to be the butterfly to attract other butterflies yet. And that's okay. Because you're going to one day, you'll go through the larvae phase where you're prepared and you're ready to be a butterfly and to attract other goddamn butterflies.
Come on out. I know we both sick. Is it the spring? The flowers finna bloom somewhere. Yeah.
I'm just sick of just hilarious. That's the only thing I'm sick of.
Woo! Are we reaching down into the tepid topics?
Yeah. I'm not gonna give her that much this week because
Thanks, we could skip it, but
I mean, she just really don't deserve, and we're higher than that. What I will say is that Cash Doll has what looks like a music video coming out.
Oh.
And it's based in Detroit.
Oh, let me.
And it
I be
is
learning when I listen to her for a podcast. What?
Set up like Players Club. And I'm absolutely here for it. I
It's
cannot.
on her Insta? Where?
I cannot wait. It was on her Insta, but if you search for it, you'll see the Detroit, Cash Doll Detroit music video. It's not out yet at this moment, at this hour, but by the time that this podcast post is a grand possibility that it will be. But it looks great. She advertised it on Instagram and Twitter, I believe, and I was very excited.
Okay.
Very excited because it literally, and then there's a nigga in there named Martell, and I was like, how many other niggas in Detroit are named Martell? I didn't know that. Okay. So Cash Doll doing great things.
Yes.
Megan Thee Stallion doing great things. Great to see both of them doing great things out here. Gay Star News is reporting of a new toy out there for you guys, and I figured we should report on it next here because I feel like I'm going to see this a lot during the summer. The summer months are coming. It's starting to get warm outside in certain places in the country, and y'all start acting the goddamn fool and fucking everywhere, and fucking a lot more. And I'm not telling you not to do that, but this next tool that is going to upgrade homemade porn.
A tripod? What we need?
It is a cock ring camera.
Oh, yeah.
So, for you guys that are familiar with like GoPro cameras, these are
You tie it around your head,
Yeah.
and then you go bungee jumping, and then you can have the video of your bungee jumping experience from your GoPro.
yeah, it's the same level of experience,
It's
same
a-
type of camera, but it is
Not around
attached
your scalp, but around your...
your dick. So it is attached to the dick ring. You press a small button. It also, some of them have remotes. It is called the Cock Cam, manufactured by Jules Limited. It works both as a silicone cock ring and a camera. This means you can get the bigger, harder erections you need with a brand new angle of filming. Wow.
Come on, marketing genius.
So obviously there is a market for that.
Yeah.
And I hope it's coming to Twitter soon. Check it out. You guys that create these wonderful movies and things on Twitter, I think it's a great investment. So I'm absolutely here for it.
I'm thinking about it.
I believe that.
Because y'all be trying to record. Y'all gonna have me get on all fours and you gonna put the thing on. I'm like, it don't take this long to put a condom on. First of all, y'all barely want to do that. And then, so now you're going to put a cock ring on with a camera on it. And I'm just going to be like, sir, what is you back here doing? And I'm going to get to look in your, then y'all gonna think I'm being a nosy bottom and just stay on all fours and look that way. And then I'm being recorded.
So inspect the cock rings, apparently.
Inspect everything.
Inspect everything and expect everything.
Ooh, cut the...
Also, we have to introduce our new feature this week. Our sound engineer has brought in. This is the Freedom Bell. So just like Nicki Minaj has the Freedom Bomb, we have the
Okay.
Freedom Bell.
Okay.
So at certain moments when something hit like grits, we're going to hit the Freedom Bell. Like this. That's the Freedom Bell. To freedom! It took us 2 years to get sound effects, and now we got them. So... we appreciate that. So like I was saying, it's getting warmer. We're moving into spring here soon. Miami spring break just happened this past weekend for the Straights, and it appeared to be WrestleMania. There was inescapable video coverage of people fighting all over all the beaches of Miami. Some girl got to the top of the pole on Miami Beach, I guess to twerk on the pole or something. Then the pole goddamn flipped over and shit. All these injuries, all these arrests.
Some dude was getting hit at a red light. I was like,
oh yeah,
but let this had been gay people, then y'all would have said gay pride needs to be banned in Miami. But
that's where
this
we're
is
going.
Heterosexual. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I thought it was hypocritical of the straight community to be so quiet about this.
Okay.
And then come May, come June, July, August, when our prides are going on, they're like, oh my God, here these goddamn gays come with their AIDS and they crime.
Going against the order of nature.
Like,
girl, I didn't order it this way.
don't y'all do the same goddamn thing at y'all goddamn prides? You just call it spring break. It's just a different name.
Okay. You just call it holiday.
Oh, well, yeah, if you white.
In the UK, they call it holiday.
Yeah, as well. So I would like to remind our LGBT community that there's hypocrisy in that argument, one. And two, our own prides are coming up, and safety is extremely important. Try to mitigate these situations as much as possible. I know it's extremely easy to just hit a bitch in the head because she had said something or because she had done something, but it is so much better. It is so much more nuanced as a person growing.
Tell that girl to reverse the camera and keep going. Girl.
To say your little shit, you can say one thing. I give y'all
the
license to say one thing. Small thing. Not a paragraph read. One small thing. Walk away. There's another club. There's another bar. You can get on Jacked. You can watch Netflix. There's so much other shit that you can do than be out here trying to fight for your honor or for respect that you're not going to have at the end of this goddamn fight. Because what's going to happen at the end of the fight? If you win or lose, somebody going to jail.
Yeah.
Somebody going to the hospital. Somebody getting banned from the club or the bar.
Somebody's friend ain't got their rent for the month.
Yeah.
Because we got to pay bail now.
And you on candid camera down to the fucking World Star. And so let your goddamn next employer Google your fucking name and you on World Star fighting. You done lost the fucking bag now. Because you was trying to protect your ego and your respect.
Well, Philly Pride
against the bitch you don't know.
Philly Pride is next month, so I'm sure it's very difficult for them. You know, Philly gays. Woo. Shout out to Cookie Tookie. Philadelphia cunt.
So definitely be a more highly vibrated person than you were in years past. I've been out there fighting before.
You was? You should have told me this.
First off, you was there when I got pulled off at least 2 bitches. But I don't do that no more. I have manifested. That's not my location no more. Not my location no more.
Okay.
I have a podcast. It's 2 years in the game. Y'all be mad at me if I was out there fighting. Now, okay, I'm gonna say that. Never mind.
Can't let them know all the secrets.
Kodak Black is confirming that he is the herpes of the straight community, and I've been told y'all that.
He's the super bug. Ooh, yeah, get away from me. It ain't no cure for that.
There was...
How did this even happen? I was looking for how it happened, and I could find
nothing.
No results found.
This is literally the meme that has been going on. It kind of annoys me, but it is the meme that represents this activity. So this activity was nobody, Kodak Black. I'ma fuck young M.A. What? That came out of nowhere, my nigga.
He said, how you got a pussy and don't want to get fucked?
Like, who incited this question? Nobody. Nobody asked. First off, nobody asked Kodak Black a question, let alone a question about Young M.A. Like,
who got
nobody.
the dick in this relationship? It ain't Kodak Black.
I'm gonna get to that at the end. But taunting a open lesbian, an openly out lesbian, to have sex with you is toxic, and it's one of the oldest play tricks of pretending that your dick is going to change someone's sexual orientation. If you know nothing about sexual orientation, If you know nothing about lesbians,
Let me get my notepad.
you can look at Young M.A.
Okay, I got my pencil.
and you don't have to erase none of this. This is permanent. It's permanent. You can look at Young M.A. and your spirit will tell you there is a great chance
Amen.
that she is not about to give up pussy no time soon.
No time soon.
No time soon. Not if it was for me, not if it was for Michael B. Jordan, and not if it was goddamn sure Kodak Black. What the fuck? If
Well, I was like, where's he going with that?
if a lesbian was gonna say, you know what? Let me think about this. I'm gonna get some dick.
I'm gonna have to tell my fam that I might cheat on her with one person.
I'm going bisexual for a day. Let me call Kodak Black.
I'm gonna carry the baby.
No.
I'm not carrying Kodak Black.
Literally nobody, the lesbian that said that. Because that's not going to happen. Nobody, that's not how sexuality works.
But heterosexual men don't, well, especially ones with rape charges, don't understand those types of things. And that makes me sad.
It don't make me sad. It's just you another ignorant ass nigga out here. Unfortunately with a platform to
What
say.
is his hit song that we know him from?
Bodak Yellow?
I thought that was Cardi B's song.
That's what I meant.
Oh, I'm like,
I meant what I said. It's not.
I don't know what he's done. He can go away.
He is famous for the inspiration of the beginning of a song that was number one that was by someone else.
Ooh, and written by someone else as well. Get up.
Another topic for another day. But Young M.A.'s dick is bigger at the end of the day because she took the high road. She addressed it on Instagram Live for like 5 seconds and moved the fuck on.
I searched Kodak Yellow and it said, "Did you mean Bodak Yellow?" And then the Cardi B video, and like I searched Google for him and he don't even come up. Woo! That's a sad day. Where's your PR girl? You don't come up when people Google you.
We know what Young M.A.'s music is like. We know what Young M.A.'s sexual orientation is.
Will
and
search.
more than likely, she will also be a free woman to do free things. Can you say the same thing, Kodak Black? So I'm absolutely not here for that, if you didn't know.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
I know. I just had to take a sip, too, because that was very... Ugh.
I'm taking a sip for the next one.
Oh, I had to cleanse myself of that. Ugh.
Wendy Williams is allegedly in a sober house.
Not allegedly. She stated on her show today.
We don't. Did we see her come in and out of the sober house? Allegedly. She is allegedly in a sober house and has allegedly been in a sober house for approximately 2 months. Her story.
Oh, my God.
Not his story, her story. Because it's alleged. We do not know it.
You versus my fave. So come on. I let you have your little time. Come on.
I'm only going to ask questions.
Okay.
I don't think any of us know the answers,
We
but
don't.
I'm just going to plant these questions because when I saw it, all it gave me was more
Malicious
questions.
intent. So can I take your question seriously? But come on, ask them.
No, I don't want to malign her character.
You said you want to plant
Her character
questions.
is her character already. I don't have to malign it. It's out here to see.
Question number 1.
Is this only a part of the story of her husband's mistress being pregnant?
Okay.
So if she...
you only had questions.
I'm giving the caveat of why I
Okay.
came to those questions. So if she fell off the wagon, that's a term that is used in substance abuse, fell off the wagon, started using the drug again that you were using.
Relapse.
Because
Stress.
the stress of my husband that came home and said he got another girl pregnant.
Did he
And-
come
and
home
she
and say
keeping
it, or
it.
was it reported on
Or
Lil
was it
B. Scott?
recorded? Because, I mean, I can't blame her for that if that's what happened. If that's what happened, I wouldn't blame nobody for doing a bump for that.
Okay.
I would applaud you. Do a bump, go to the sober house. Because, shit, stress today.
Okay.
I'm not
Endorsing.
I'm not endorsing that as a method of stress relief.
Yeah, but if
But
it
I can
happens-
understand if I found out down to the CNN, my husband, they got this bitch pregnant and they keeping the baby and they got another house. and I
Daily
don't know
Mail
about
was
it.
reporting. I was like, Daily Mail, what?
Somebody called a Coke man for me real quick. We got business to discuss. I'm just saying that would be understandable. That's how I got to that first question. Second question, is this all curated for ratings? This
Especially after
comes,
Justice Smollett. Woo!
this
That's
comes
my own thought.
in the vein of a history over the past 3 years of right before, right during, or right after Sweeps Week.
Sweeps is coming up. It's coming up at the end of this month or the beginning of April. I'm supposed to know this as journalism fish one.
But at the beginning, during, or right after Sweeps Week, for the last 3 years, Wendy Williams has had a controversy. The first one 3 years ago was the outing of her husband with his mistress. We didn't really, it was rumblings, but then we found out, he'd been out here, he got a girl, and then we later found out that he got a house with his goddamn name on the mailbox. Last year, she was down to the Halloween and fell and talked, and she was talked about for like 2 weeks after that, and then said it was because of her illness. This time, she came back and then said it was her illness, and now it ain't even been a good week that she been back, and I said, well, it wasn't because of my thyroid issue, it's because I'm in a sober house.
Hashtag relapse.
So when were you lying?
Ooh.
So
Is
were
that
you?
your next question?
Yeah, third and final question. So were you lying when you came back and said that it was because of the thyroid issue, or are you lying now when you say that you are at the sober house and it's because you fell off the wagon and drugs? One of them is the T and one of them is alleged. So I just have questions. This also came on the heels of that release of the Howard Stern radio interview where he flamed the fuck out of her for a few minutes. I feel like this is counter programming. This is something to move the silver object around and away from what other stories could be. So I want to believe her as a survivor of addiction, but she just gives me so many goddamn questions that I'm like, girl, it's a little crackish.
But that's how you know.
It's a little crackish. But she's allegedly been on coconut crack. This is crackish with these many different stories and angles. And it's, like I said, it's been going on for a while. I'm sorry. The other story was she was saying that she was going to these support groups and nobody knew who she was and nobody recognized her.
They got the number one
in New York City. So if you were going in Wisconsin and, these are rural white, well, I wouldn't even get it if it was rural white moms in Wisconsin because I'm like, they watch this too. How are you Wendy Williams in New York City and don't nobody recognize you going to these support groups for 2 months? I just have questions.
Her brothers and sisters that hog the TV.
So
I was like, so they hog the TV? What they watching?
She said soccer. But that's what she stated. She said that she was going to support groups. So the support groups were outside of the actual sober house. So the sober house is where she's living with these people that she is affectionately also calling family. But she's saying that she was going to support groups outside of that because that was what this coach is making her do in her off time.
Her 24-hour sober coach.
Yeah.
Ooh,
money.
Imagine being monitored. Woo.
So I just have questions. It just sounds there's pieces missing to the puzzle, and I'm like, okay. So are you gonna have like a whole episode where you tell us this goddamn shit, or no?
She gonna come out with another book. Go on a tour. She kept promoting the Hunter Foundation has connected 63 people around the world to care, and I was like, okay, I see that. Okay, so now she's doing foundation work,
philanthropy. Okay,
and
that's great.
She's setting the stage for her philanthropy work.
I think that part is great.
Oh, okay, I see that. I could see how you can use that in your career because you should definitely Beyonce promoting this veganism crap. And Wendy's is this drug abuse, addiction, rehab, blah, blah, blah. So,
but we ain't never seen Beyonce with a Popeye's chicken in her mouth in the last 2 years. That's different. That's what I'm saying. Like,
but Beyonce has done multiple, just insert an M word here, interviews where she said, look, a Popeye's biscuit, girl, I'm susceptible.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, when was the last time she did an interview? So.
And they say she won't be doing interviews anytime soon, per her publicist, Sylvia Rowe. Sylvia said she ain't doing no interviews no time soon.
For what? Next.
Y'all still ain't getting up Formation World Tour DVD. Or the Mrs. Carter Show DVD. We ain't getting nothing, okay?
That hurts. You didn't have to bring that up. You really didn't have to bring that up. Next, I dragged Marvel, I believe it was last week, for Captain Marvel.
Still came in number 1 at the box office.
That don't mean it wasn't trash.
Uh-huh.
This week, Marvel has given me another reason to drag them, unfortunately. They released a poster for Avengers Endgame, and the poster has most of the cast, the announced cast for the movie on the poster. There's one black woman on the poster. Her name is Denai Guerrera, famously known as playing Okoye in these Marvel movies. Also known from The Walking Dead as Michonne.
Oh, this week's episode of The Walking Dead was so good. If you watched The Walking Dead, let me know.
But this is the point that I'm making. So,
character. She is the main character.
That's what I'm.
That's where I'm getting. The main character.
That's where I'm getting. So,
super fan base. The Walking Dead is so good.
So that's what I'm saying. So with the popularity of this person on TV, the popularity of this person
not just
in movies,
this little movie, not just your movie,
and the popularity of she was popular in Black Panther.
She was popular before Black Panther.
Again, that's what I'm just saying. So the popularity of this one black woman on this poster of about, what is it, 15?
I'm like, what?
About 15 white people and an animal.
Guess how many?
The animal is voiced by Bradley Cooper. The animal, Rocket Raccoon, is voiced by Bradley Cooper.
I didn't know that.
I did. Bradley Cooper's name is on the poster.
Wow.
Denai Guerrera's name was nowhere on the original poster that was released. Marvel, y'all got too much money to be making oversights like this.
Yeah.
Denai Guerrera is too big of a star and the only black star on your whole fucking poster.
After y'all just got through making $2 billion off of black people.
For this to be an oversight.
$2 billion?
Who the fuck? Just at first glance, I saw that she was the only black person on the poster. Because Black Panther himself was dusted. Spoiler alert if you ain't seen it. Apparently, was dusted in the previous Marvel movie. I mean, the previous Avengers movie. So they're not putting him on the poster for promotional material because they want to dangle. Oh, he might be dead. He ain't dead, but sure, whatever. Cool. So you put the one black person on there for diversity because she's popular, and then you don't put her fucking name on the goddamn poster.
Let me tell you about Twitter.
They eventually corrected it, put out the poster with her name on it, but it should not have taken the outrage, the ire, and
Twitter? Oh, baby.
The ferocity of black people to get onto Twitter to tell them, girl, who the fuck is on the marketing team that missed this?
What is going on?
Who didn't do the goddamn numbers of saying, okay, there's 16 girls on here, there's 15 names. Do we have space for names? Okay, well, shit.
They make space to freedom!
We got space to put.
It ain't doing it right.
We got space to put Rocket Raccoon the animal, but Denai Guerrera, this big ass star's name is not on the fucking poster.
To freedom. Then they tweeted like a few hours later, "Our bad. Her name should have always been there."
Yeah, your bad.
So y'all had a full panel and still skipped the step. Okay. I'm tired of organizations. I thought y'all always did the diversity hire.
And so if you haven't done that yet,
I thought y'all always did the diversity hire because y'all claiming that y'all want to do away with diversity. What is it called? The
affirmative action.
Yeah, do y'all want to do away with affirmative action? But y'all keep proving why affirmative action needs to exist down to the Gucci.
And y'all proved it last week with the white people that went to jail for paying millions of dollars to get their white kids into the goddamn colleges that they want to keep me out of.
The lady said she paid $500,000, and then her daughter got on the YouTube and said, I'm just looking for sorority, and I'm looking for a football homecoming.
She was in another country on a yacht the second day of school. Freshman year of college. I would have been too scared to not be in class. Because you don't know yet. You don't even know how to skip class yet. Because you just got to the goddamn school, girl.
My mama paid $500,000, and Skipping school already?
On a yacht in another country, not down the street, fucking a nigga. I'm gonna be a little late to the class. I can understand that a little bit, but on a yacht in another country and put it on the internet, so it's not like you can be like, "What? I was
not
sick."
there. Well, shout out to the diversity hire at every organization.
And if y'all
we
still
need
need a
one
girl.
down to here for a podcast, apparently, because I mean we need a diversity hire. We got a sound engineer now, so shout out to.
If you would like to apply for a job at Here For It Podcast, I will review your resume, and we'll let you know as soon as we get money to pay you niggas. Our 2-year anniversary. This is our 2-year anniversary show.
Yeah.
We have been doing this for over 100 episodes, and just like last year, like I told y'all earlier, this is not about us.
Amen.
We have built a community that has supported us and made us possible. We have gotten awards. We're going to be getting another award this weekend.
Come on out to People Nightclub, 10 p.m. in D.C.
This Saturday. It is the Power 30 Awards. We will be receiving another award. You can see the description below in the description of the episode if you would like to get tickets and come out and see us get an award Saturday night. I'll be there. I'll be lit. Ronald will be there.
I'm gonna try to be sober. I'm gonna do like Wendy Williams. Let me see. Me and my 24-hour sober coach. I'm excited. I'm inspired. Look at Wendy inspiring me.
Also, again, we've been doing this. We've been doing this for 2 years, and this is a job. I know that some people view podcasts as, "Oh, that was a hobby. That was nice." We have saved lives with this job.
Amen.
We have connected people to care. We have created great advocacy messages.
Ooh, wow. Ooh.
That didn't come out right. Messages that I have seen other campaigns pick up.
Amen.
And continue to use.
Strategy. Oh, girl.
No shade. But this podcast is not free. The liquor that we drink is not free. The electricity that we use to make this podcast is not free. And neither is our skills, knowledge, and abilities.
Or this dick.
The dick is definitely
I'm
not
a
for free.
strict top.
So if you would like to support this podcast, please get over to our Patreon right now. You can be in the number of people that get selected material that we record each week that you can get that no one else will ever see. You will never see or hear this material anywhere else. And if you do not have the bag to give us $1 a month, because maybe you don't, that's okay. You can at least support this podcast by sharing this episode with your community, listening to multiple times on multiple devices. Because if
Not
you're into
encouraging cheating. Girl, don't be encouraging cheating. We're not the Payola Cardi B version of
eating ain't cheating. That's a some more
because I'm
joke.
gonna eat. I'm sure gonna eat.
Okay.
My hungry ass.
If you also have a business that you would like for us to promote, get in our inboxes right now. You can be a supporter. You can be a part of Here For It Podcast history. And if you can't do none of that, the least that you can do is leave us an Apple review of 5 stars.
I just want people to twerk and send us the videos.
No, I don't want to see all those. But if you leave us a 5-star Apple review, even if you say, my voice is annoying in the comment, but leave it 5 stars, cool. I don't care what you say.
Okay.
Go and leave the review of 5 stars. You can say, I can't stand RonaldMatters.com, but
Thank
5
you.
stars.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. That is the least you can do for the 2 years of work that we've put into this podcast. Our work is not done.
Oh, we do have 2 new reviews. I need to read them. I got an email.
Yeah, our work is not done, but I would appreciate our hive, you guys, our listeners, our supporters.
Where is that email? Okay.
If you get actively involved, do more than just listen. Share with your community, share with your social media audiences, share with your fuck buddies, share with your friends on Jacked or Grindr.
We definitely talk about safety precautions.
Google Hangouts.
You
Share on YouTube. Make reaction videos to us if we say something that you don't like or that you love. We would appreciate the support. It is so many of you guys out there, and I don't want to be having a conversation about my goddamn self.
Look, last week we gave tribute to Adina Howard, so somebody tweeted us #HereForItHive while listening to Freak Like Me. Also, there was a message from _ eat your carrots. He DM'd us and said, "Hey guys, I love your podcast. Nigerian listener here." So
Work Nigeria, yes. Did he send a picture?
Well, it was from his Instagram. We'll discuss later. We have 2 new Apple podcast reviews. It says 5 stars, a weekly staple. My week isn't complete until I listen to Here for a Podcast. The chemistry between the host and the always right on time topical discussions set this podcast apart from the others. Do yourself a favor and get, quote, better knowledge. Shout out to Senator Ford from Tennessee. And listen to Here for a Podcast. AWATL. Thank you so much for that review. The next one says is by Staculus, is a 5-star review. It says, amazing podcast in my opinion, great chemistry and a fun time listening to you two chit chat. Thank you.
We appreciate it. And you also can be shouted out for your wonderful glowing reviews or negative ones.
Chat. I'm still looking for that 3-star review because I think we've only got like 1 3-star. Like, wow, that's weird, but okay.
Yeah. Moving on, RuPaul's Best Friend race happened again this past week.
It's gonna happen again next week too, bitch.
Allegedly. Everybody got a lip sync.
Woo, that was the
everybody.
baby.
So, spoiler alert if you have not listened yet or watched it yet.
Okay, yeah, give us 5 minutes.
Yeah,
Cause
7. 7, the average penis size. We'll work on that.
5.5 in America, but okay.
Not in Huntsville.
So the challenge was to break into 2 girl groups and pick the celebrity of your choice that you stand for. You want to create like a church around this celebrity's existence. So one group of girls, they decide it's Britney Bitch Network. Everybody knows about Britney Jean Spears. And then, of course, Wild Productions already have all the music cleared because Wild Productions has produced a documentary on the Queen. And then the other girl's like, I don't know. Who you think? Luther Vandross? Who you think? Jay Holiday? Who you think?
Jacquees.
It's Jacquees, but...
but they would have said that because they don't know.
Who you think? Then they decide on Mariah Carey. Then they're like, okay, well, girl, we need 3 bullet points to support our thesis. What do we know about her? She called her fans the Carries. Y'all are carrying. That's what y'all are doing.
I really liked RuPaul's interaction with them and even giving them hints, but they didn't have the range apparently. But even the hints, they just made the hints that RuPaul gave them the whole story arc. Like none of them knew shit about Mariah Carey. Where in the fuck have you been in your drag experience to not come across Mariah the motherfucking
No
Carey?
middle name.
That's why I just said the motherfucking.
No middle name.
No middle name Carey. Because she don't need now. And she really don't need no last name.
All these records she done sold, girl.
And settlements for wasting my goddamn time. So take that. But RuPaul was absolutely correct in getting them together when she came to the workroom.
Foreshadow.
And absolutely correct in getting them together on the goddamn stage when she said stink, stank, stunk.
Amen.
Gross. They did a horrible job. I can't believe any of them girls are like supposed to be the creme of the crop of drag
You ain't
queens.
been down to the nightclub singing this. You ain't had to do and then they was supposed to do, they was like, oh, her song Emotional. Her song Emotions. Then this girl sang So Emotional about Whitney Houston.
Like you.
Oh, and then they named their network the When You Believe Network. I'm like, Mariah Carey has so many solo number ones. Why would you name your network one where she shared the title with somebody else? But shout out to Nina West who was the host, and I think that was Brooklyn Heights that was sitting next to her. I think that was Brooklyn Heights, I'm not sure. Then Vanjie.
Vanjie stole the show. Vanjie was fucking robbed. Vanjie should have won that goddamn competition because Nina West came to the runway looking a fool. She looked like a mop. It looked like a mop.
She looked like Thorgy Thor's older sister, and Thorgy Thor already looked old.
Okay, Thorgy's mop. She was Thorgy's mop. It was ugly. RuPaul saw the same thing that we all saw. It was trash. She made them hoes lip sync. A lot of them really need to work on their.
time in RuPaul's Drag Race history.
A lot of them need to work on their lip sync apparently, because I was lost like a motherfucker out here. So that only gave me like a little preview that some of y'all is gonna be really weak lip syncs.
I told you this season. And then for Plastic Tiara, given her journey, she said she was from Vietnam.
Nobody has an excuse.
She's been in America since she was like 10 and just discovered Beyonce 4 years ago. I was like, first of all, keep Beyonce out of this. If it's not a positive, glowing review of Beyonce, leave her out of this.
I would never admit such ignorance. What the? Where have you? Even in Thailand, Thailand is one of the drag
In Vietnam.
Oh, she from?
She said she was from
I thought
Vietnam.
she was Thai. Okay, I'll give it.
Same region.
That sounded racist, but it's not. Anyway, I refuse to believe there's a place on this planet that is devoid of a Beyonce song. Like, love, hate, stand, however you feel. I just know that the bitch has permeated throughout every country in this world. I don't believe that.
They've spent 2 New Year's Eves together. And on Beyonce's last tour, Mariah Carey's in them babies and Beyonce in Blue them was playing backstage. So you're like, who is this Mariah Carey lady that keeps showing up in Beyonce's life? I just go see who she is or what she does because she hangs out with Beyonce. Beyonce just posting on the internet that she hang out with anybody. Beyonce don't know you girls.
Actually, she really don't. Especially if you're a blogger in LA.
Beyonce. So if Beyonce is constantly having Mariah Carey around her, who is she?
Real Housewives of Potomac's trailer dropped, and
Get that night. What? Woo, what? Real Housewives of Atlanta cannot go off fast enough.
At all. I'm sorry. I feel like I saw the best of it, and it was Eva's fashions. Yeah. I feel like it's nothing else gonna come out of that.
The wedding was so beautiful.
Yeah, I love the wedding.
Was so
but
beautiful.
I don't think there's anything gonna come out of any more. I think, is it one more episode before the reunion starts?
It's 2.
Oh, girl.
And then the reunion. Because they got to have the wedding chit chat, and then I think
the bookend
Candy
episode.
does the dungeon something. It's 2. It's 2.
Yeah. Okay. We don't need them.
And it's probably gonna be a 3-part reunion. You know, Nene out here in the press dragging and making things sound all difficult to rev up ratings.
Yeah. So people
They
will
sent
watch
Nene
it.
out here. I'm just like, Nene, we know what this is. You trying to bring up the ratings. You always unfriend somebody at the reunion, and you always say that they're a bad person, and then you want to try to bring somebody to or from, and it's just, Nene, this is not new.
But at least Real Housewives of Potomac is coming back, and I actually do
thank
have
you.
reality TV that I can watch that I don't feel like it's gonna melt my brain.
Who's your favorite from Potomac?
Or that is boring, or is like, who the fuck?
Baby, Karen still ain't
this
coming to play.
script.
Karen got braids.
I
She's
like-
like, y'all not gonna drag my wig. I got braids now.
I like Karen's shade the most, but Giselle is still my favorite.
Giselle, I was gonna say, but Giselle is just a classic. She's just the.
Yeah. Giselle is still my favorite, but I love Karen's shade the most. I'm interested to see Ashley get dragged for
Again. Her husband with
for her husband playing with somebody's booty.
Same-sex sexual assault. I mean, like, didn't we just go through this last season?
Where there is smoke, there
A
is
new
fire.
season,
There's
he has
LGBT fire.
A felony charge. He has a felony charge of sexual assault against another man, an employee of Bravo. What is going on?
Y'all are going to jail.
That way.
Period.
That way.
This week's section of How White Men Get Away with Murder. Ed Buck is still out here on these streets over 3 months later.
Tired of this one.
There are still no state or federal charges against him. Fortunately, there was an insightful article that was written in the Body magazine about West Hollywood councilmen finally coming around to denounce their former colleague. To include a Stonewall Democratic Club of which Buck was a donor and steering committee member. So there's actual traction for the hashtag Arrest Ed Buck movement. And I think that it's important that we continue the conversation because...
We need to just buy the acapella and play it on this show.
No.
Tired of it. I'm tired.
Well, there might be a long way to go.
Woo!
Who was that by?
I hit this stick like grit.
Okay. That might be a long way to go. So there's no room for tiring.
Get you a Red Bull. Get back out here. Advocacy.
There's no room for tiring.
It's 2 dead men out here.
When there is a predator in our community.
Hey,
so if I let out a jaguar in the middle of an elementary school, are y'all just gonna be like, well, shit, jaguars was in the news last week, so let this go? Nobody...
Was it 11 kids died down to the Sandy Hook?
That's the point that I'm making is if I let out a person that is capable of killing people in this community and has a willingness and a track record of killing them, and we leave them on the free to continue to do the same thing, there is no room for being tired of that conversation. There is no room of being tired for that conversation, because that conversation could be you.
It's necessary.
It could be your friend. It could be your supporter. It could be your fan. It could be any of us.
The girl down to the call center. It's like, girl, oh my gosh, I didn't even know her like that, but she shouldn't have died at Ed Buck's house, tied to his bed with paraphernalia next to the bed, but somehow police cannot charge him because they can't prove that Ed Buck put it there. I'm just gonna leave my door unlocked. I'm gonna let people come put paraphernalia of illicit drugs next to my bed and say that I had nothing to do with it.
So that also makes no
sense.
That also makes his house a crack house, and so they also arrest you for that. So I mean, like I found at least 7 charges over the last 3 months.
He's at least an accomplice, an associate of, or something.
I've found at least 7 charges over the last 3 months that West Hollywood lawmakers and officials could easily pick up on if there was a young black man that killed Ed Buck. So if there was a young black man that killed old white ass Ed Buck, they would have found his goddamn parking tickets, bitch.
Girl.
They would have found his mama's parking tickets.
He was truant in high school. He got 2 truancy charges back in high school.
He got to go the fuck down. There was an article this week that talked about the juxtaposition of Kwame Kilpatrick getting 28 years in jail for the same crimes that Paul Manafort committed on a larger scale. Paul Manafort committed more crimes than Kwame Kilpatrick, the ex-mayor of Detroit. He committed more crimes and got 7 years, and Kwame Kilpatrick is still in jail serving out a 28-year sentence. For less crimes.
Let's release these mug shots of Felicity Huffman and Laura Loughlin. Because if it was a black person, they mugshot, R. Kelly's mugshot was released within 30 minutes. Justice Smollett, they analyzed and look, it's the same crack in the wall. Chicago PD make people take their pictures in the same place. Duh. It's a place of business. This is where you take your pictures. This is where you do your paperwork. This is where you do your fingerprints. I want to see where Felicity Huffman and Laura Loughlin got their fingerprints taken.
I want to know if they ate the bologna sandwich.
Bitch. I love Desperate Housewives, but girl,
not that much. Jamel Moore's mother, Letitia Nixon, is still going forward with her wrongful death lawsuit against the California Superior Court and the district attorney and the assistant district attorney. I wish her the best. I want her to get everything that is coming to her. And justice. Justice meaning Ed Buck be in fucking jail. And I will not rest on this podcast until #arrest Ed Buck is no longer necessary, because he's arrested. Cool. That is all for the tepid topics of this week.
Oh, wow. This week in social studies, the headline is Meouch. I was like, what? Y'all ghetto. The $48,512 cat bite. I don't know what cat gonna bite you, and it costs $50,000, so I'm scared.
Some of these cats bite back.
As a part of Kaiser Health News, their series called Bill of the Month, we meet Jeanette Parker in Florida. Ciao. Last December, that's important, she saw and fed a stray cat at a park. And of course, the cat bit her because cats. It's a stray cat. Girl, this is food. Thanks. After Jeanette feared that she had rabies, she went to the ER. So they examined her wound and started her on a series of rabies shots. But because she had already been exposed, possibly, they gave her this 12 milliliters of rabies immune. What's that word?
Globally.
Okay, great. It is estimated per Kaiser Health News from the distributor, the hospital paid $361 per milliliter. And
wait, no. So you seen
it says no, because Kaiser Health News did a investigation. That's what this is about. Kaiser Health News bill,
and it was how much per milliliter?
$361.26 per milliliter from the distributor.
This is how much a milliliter is.
Whereas the hospital charged $7,737 per 2 milliliter dose, totaling $46,422. So while you're trying to prove to me how little a milliliter is, prove to me how come it costs $7,000 for 2.
I'm just inserting that gif of the ugly ass monkey that look up to the left and he be real confused and then look up again and be like, what the fuck?
What? Yeah. So you was like, a milliliter is this little bit. It costs $300. Yeah, from the distributor. But whatever.
But that's a comment. So if it was like a cancer drug, I'd be like, okay, because some of that shit is on cutting edge. They just made it last week. Uh-huh. But rabies treatment, we've been treating rabies for a while.
So Jeanette said, my funeral wouldn't have cost this much. And they should have just buried her. But the ultimate gag for me was as a part of Trump Care 2019. I can't believe Donald Trump actually did something. When 2019 came around, he required that hospitals release their, quote, charge master, which is the set cost that organizations have for when you get a popular procedure. I think it was mostly meant for patients who get like total knees, total hips, and like popular procedures at hospitals, so you can have a better understanding of this hospital might charge you $6,000 to $8,000 for this procedure, whereas this hospital will charge you $108,000 base, not including the surgeon's fees for his work or, whatever charges are accosted by the surgeon.
And she had Kaiser Permanente, and Kaiser Permanente let this go?
No. Kaiser Family Foundation is a nonprofit that studies these types of things. So Kaiser Health News is under the Kaiser Family Foundation, with the nonprofit. They on their blog they do the Bill of the Month series.
Who's her insurance company though? That's what I'm saying. Because somebody had to semi-approve
her husband was a federal worker down to the post office. So I think they had the American Postal Workers Union something.
Okay.
So she got bid in December. She got her bill in December, and then in January the charge master was released. And so whereas she was charged $7,737 as of January 2019, it now costs $1,650, which is a 79% decrease, which would have only costed her $9,900.
Wow.
So y'all just charged me $46,000. Then next month change the price. Can I bring my receipt back? Get a credit, ma'am? I still got my receipt. So with all of that said, if you can plan in advance, pretty please go check out the charge master for hospitals in your area. In the DC area, I put George Washington Hospital charge master, Howard University Hospital charge master, Johns Hopkins Hospital charge master, and for 2 of the 3, I was able to find their charge master online. But
by name?
Yeah, I googled the name of the hospital and charge master. Mm-hmm. So if you can, pretty please take a moment and search whatever these charge master things are, because girl, apparently they change month to month, or I think they evaluate every season. So and also if you need to submit a bill to the Kaiser Health News, a lot of Black and brown people have been getting bill adjustments and refunds from getting their stories published. Ain't nothing like Aetna. You know, like when you tweet Comcast and Comcast tweet you back, or Sprint, they tweet you back, hey, tell us more about your account. We would love to help you. Just say that a bitch duped you out of $100 there was one person whose heart attack bill was $108,000, and they got it reduced to $332. I was like, I don't know what Kaiser Health News is down here doing, but they can save me $108,000.
So did you get a refund from Biz Chili Bowl or not?
So go down to the I'm going to leave the link below, khn.org, and definitely check out their
Y'all
bill
got
of the
homework
month.
this week. Y'all got homework. I'm sorry. You got homework this weekend.
Especially if
So
you got
many
medical
links.
bills that you can get a bill. Aetna is sending one lady a $6,000 refund because Kaiser Health News published this story about how Aetna was gypping the girls, and Aetna was like, "Oh, girl, we don't need this press.
Don't want the smoke. Don't want the smoke."
So they immediately. She was the January story. I forget what her story was, and February they already refunded her $6,000. And imagine being black and brown and not having a resource where these insurance companies and these hospitals are taking advantage of us.
Opulence.
You
earn everything.
But that is social studies. Check out Kaiser Health News Bill of the Month. Definitely send them a copy of your bill and tell them your story if you need to, because it's working.
Yeah. This week in sexual health, welcome to the Sexperts Corner.
Oh, wow. We got a new name.
I've called it that for 3 episodes, girl.
Right. I'm like, oh, that's what I'm saying. It's a continuing thing. Okay.
Bless your heart. This week I'm going to highlight the anal pap smear, aka anal cytology.
Can you do one on me later?
No, you don't got good insurance. AKA anal cytology, BKA the booty culture.
Okay.
I think that it's important to highlight because a lot of us only talk about prostate exams and know, when you get to a certain age, I got to get a prostate exam and then I got to keep getting it. And
colonoscopy too.
Yeah, and now I want to go to the doctor and him put his finger up my booty all the time, blah, blah, blah.
You don't? I enjoy it.
Probably, allegedly. But the booty culture, as I am affectionately calling it, is a culture where they take a medical Q-tip, basically, and they insert it into your anus, and they swab around for about 3 minutes, and swish it around, and they're basically trying to scrape off slough from the membranes to detect whether you have HPV or other anal cancers. It is extremely important that more of us start doing this, because if you have not been vaccinated against HPV, you stand an extremely high risk of getting HPV quite easily, and then subsequent anal cancers that are increasingly harder to treat.
Yeah.
If you are HIV positive, it's especially a good idea for you because the culture will allow you a better chance to get ahead of the HPV or anal cancer. A study done by the Community-Based Research Center in Vancouver released that 43% of the men that they had tested in 2015 had HPV.
Didn't know it?
No, didn't. Well, I guess half didn't know it and half did, but 43% of the men total had HPV. And so it's extremely important for HIV positive men so you don't go co-infected and not knowing about it.
Full house. We learned that word.
Yeah. And if you are negative, it is also recommended that you do it at least 2 to 3 years because you don't want things to progress and not know about them. I think it's just a little bit of uncomfort for years of knowing, okay, I don't got cancer. I don't got anal cancer. That's not how the Lord is going to take me out of here. That's one way, because we know plenty of people that have died of so many cancers. If you really look up anal cancer, celebrity deaths, you will see so many different celebrities that have died of different anal cancers, and they would have never known because, a lot of them, are cisgender and they just don't believe or know about that. But us in the gay community are more susceptible because we do a lot more with our asses. And it's still the same. If you are a top and you don't even get your ass touched, you should still be tested because HPV does not only target people that bottom. It targets everybody that has contact with other people. HPV does not have a cure. There's a vaccination for it if you take the vaccination ahead of time of being exposed to HPV, but HPV does not have a cure. But this testing is extremely important because finding out about it, one, is important so you don't infect other people without knowing and without them knowing, and then two, so that you can be ahead of it and know that you have it and continuously be tested so a cancer doesn't develop that doesn't have to kill you and take your ass out the game. It's also important for capturing anal dysplasia, and there's a list of about 15 other cancers that the cytology report detects once you do it. So you go to your doctor on your next visit, on your next full panel, if you are taking PrEP, or on your next numbers update if you are HIV positive, and ask for the anal pap smear or anal cytology exam. It's extremely important. More of us should be doing it, especially if you don't already have HPV, and especially if you already have HIV, because you are more susceptible to those co-infections. The booty culture. That is our sexual health this week. Whew. Are you here for stuff?
Am I?
You tell me, Diane.
This week, I am definitely here for the Massachusetts House. They voted, this was March 14th, 147-8 to ban gay conversion therapy. I can't believe we're still having to announce this every single week. But, of course, gay conversion therapy is trash. So, shout out to Massachusetts and down to their House. And then now their Senate will do a vote. And the governor of Massachusetts has already said that Governor Charlie Baker has already said that he will sign it into law when they get through playing down to the House and the Senate. So, I'm definitely here for that. Because there's one more state that these girls can't say, well, it's still legal in 16 states. One less, one girl. You got to subtract.
So we forgot songs for our soul.
Oh, I did. I just thought you was skipping. I just really thought you was skipping over. I was like,
no, this one I'm extremely excited about.
Oh, okay.
But since we already out of order,
I thought you was just skipping.
We have license.
Okay.
Hashtag Dr. Mike.
I know the song, like, I wrote it.
Yeah. Hashtag Dr. Maya Angelou. We have license to do our Here Fors and then our songs because it's still going to be lit.
Okay. What do you want here for?
One, I have one small thing and one big thing.
Okay.
That's what she said. And it's not a small thing because it's a huge thing. There was the largest trans-Pacific job fair in the country held this past week in South LA, featuring over 80 employers and 500 job seekers, all 500 of them trans men and trans women, who have disproportionately been exiled from different workplaces because of their transness. And they get to come out and be in front of these 80 employers that want them because they know that these people have so many different skill sets, and just want to work and deserve to work. They're people. They are humans. Everybody in this country that wants to work should be working, and should not be excluded from the workplace because of their transness. It was NBC Los Angeles that covered the event, and I thought it was just a huge thing. I'm absolutely here for it. The other thing I'm here for is Drag Race related. I watched the What You Packing episode after the elimination, and I was like, okay, yeah, I guess Honey Davenport can go. I mean, I wasn't that enthused about Honey Davenport, but in What You Packing, Honey Davenport told her story of being homeless on a Monday, and then on that Wednesday got a call that she was getting casted on RuPaul's Drag Race season 11.
Look how 48 hours. It got cloudy. It was a storm.
And she did her best. She scraped and scavenged. She was broke on Monday, broke and homeless on Monday. Got this call that she was about to be on a world platform, on a TV stage, and you got to bring your best gig. You can't be like,
Yeah.
well, I was broke. I was homeless. So here's my dress.
You might not get 2 calls, girl. You won't get 1.
So Honey Davenport raised $18,000 from begging her friends, family, and community to support her to get on RuPaul's Drag Race and to show her best self. And even if it was only for 3 episodes, she
got tour gowns
She
now.
got-
she got tour gowns.
she has created a lane and a niche for herself that she would not have had she not held on just a little bit longer and realized that her location was not her goddamn destination.
Amen.
So I'm absolutely here for Honey Davenport. I wish you all the best and success, and maybe you'll get an All-Stars run in the future. So we will come back around to our songs for our souls.
Okay.
Thank you for sticking around. There is still at least one more surprise.
Oh my gosh.
What is the song for your soul?
Oh, the song for my soul this week is Luther Vandross. So amazing. I woke up, this Mercury being in retrograde, I have not been able to sleep. I had got up and went to work at 5:30 this morning. I could not sleep. I had not slept, so I was like, I might as well get up and go to work. But the soothing sounds of, I don't even know what it is, but something about that one song, I just put it on repeat, and I just laid there in the bed hoping that I would fall asleep at some point soon. But I also, in my research, didn't realize that Luther Vandross wrote this song for Dionne Warwick in 1983 before he re-released it for himself, because apparently she didn't have the range. And so he re-released it for himself, layered a couple vocals, and I'm just here for it. So I don't know. It was just something about the needing the peace and needing the calm and where I am in my life. Something about Luther Vandross and his voice specifically being very calming for me right now.
Good. Yeah, I like that one. Mine is not very calming.
Uh-oh.
Mine is very the opposite of calming.
And then when I do serious, then you do ratchet. Then you still get deemed as being the better person with a better song because freedom.
I'm about to set you free in a minute. My song this week, like I said, is old school and ratchet, but it is declarative of what we are as a podcast for the 2 years that we have been doing this shit.
Detroit and Memphis.
The song goes, nigga can't outstunt me when it comes to these podcasts, nigga.
Oh, this is what the song
Believe that. Well, he didn't say podcast, but I'm helping it out.
Come on.
Believe that. You know me. I don't need no introduction and shit. Ride Billy's round cities, round buttons, you bitch. Ain't hanging. Arm hanging. Oops. Arm hanging, wrist blanking, just stunting this shit. Drop the top, block is hot, stay bumping you bitch. Beatrice, get it right. Don't tangle and twist it. Hit the club every night, drunk, drinking at Chrissy. Niggas mad, don't like it cause I'm banging, they tricking. When the light hit the ice, it twinkle and glisten, and we are the ice, bitch.
Sound engineer.
Baby Brian B. Bubba, you can call me what you feel. Hopping out the platinum Hummer with the platinum grill, with the platinum pieces and the platinum chains, with the platinum watches and the platinum rings. Last shit ain't changed, still doing my thing, still do it for the block nuts, hang and swang. You don't know another podcast that can stunt like me? I'm the real nigga that UPT. We the number one stunters of the podcast gang.
Oh.
And we have been the number one stunters of the podcast gang since we've been doing this shit. Since lips have been put to this mic, there's not been another podcast for us, by us, about us. There are other podcasts out there.
Oh.
Thank you for your contributions. We appreciate you.
We love you.
Continue doing your things. Your voices and your lanes are important.
Amen.
But there is no other podcast
Talk.
that is for us, by us, about us.
Oh.
There are other podcasts that are for us that do other things. They talk about other things. That's great. That's cute. But no one talks about what we need to hear. We need to hear about sexual health shit.
Yeah.
We out here dying. We out here getting infected. We out here killing ourselves. We need to be talking about mental health shit. We are out here losing rights. We are out here being marginalized. Homophobia is at an all-time high and is rampant and put on social media every goddamn day, and girls won't reverse the camera because they don't want to see themselves.
Hey, y'all about to make Young and May pull out her dick. Woo!
So there is a lane for this podcast, and it doesn't have to be the only one. We don't have to be the only one. We don't need the license to be the only stunners in the game, but we are currently the number one stunner.
The tequila has kicked in. What is going on?
No. The tequila ain't kicked in because we're doing a shot to this song.
Oh my gosh.
Like I said, thank you guys for consistently being here. This is our 2-year anniversary. We are not done. We are not quiet yet. We're still the number one in this motherfucking game, the number one in this genre, and we're going to continue to be. I want there to be a Mega Stallion to come along. I want there to be another Cash Doll to come along in the podcasting game that is saying, we are black, we are gay, we're talking about black gay
women's voices.
I want there to be. I don't want to be the only one.
Okay.
But we're the number one stunners right now.
Oh, wow. We're doing a toast to a song, and I still got to get another one. Now, who's this song by? You still haven't told me.
Big Timers. You don't know the number one stunners about Big Timers?
Oh, my God.
Came out in the 90s. I didn't get to the rest of the lyrics because the rest of the lyrics get real problematic about him punching.
We did a toast, and then you're like, oh, well, the rest of the song is problematic.
It is. He started talking about punching bitches and fucking bitches with Lil Wayne and threesomes, and I was like, well.
At least verse 1 was.
Yeah, sectionality. You know, I could just take off the first part because the first part was talking shit. The other part, like, he didn't have to do all of that. But, you know, music from the 90s. If you listen to rap music from the 90s, you'd be like, damn, that was problematic.
That's why Martin can't get a reboot.
Well, yeah. So that was the Songs for Our Souls. We have come to.
Now I gotta take another shot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my God, I got work in the morning.
You got work tonight. This is one of our favorite parts of the podcast. It is our last call. If you have alcohol available to you, take your last call with us. If you do not, go find some because we've been doing this for 2 goddamn years, and you deserve to take a shot with us because we're taking a shot and we've done this for 2 years, and some girls didn't make it to this point. So take a shot for them. We're drinking tequila once again.
This back to back like this.
No Drake, no Meek Mill. My last call is to the gay agenda continuously moving forward again. RonaldMatters.com is my last call this week.
Oh my gosh.
This podcast would have never happened. I would still probably be making less than bottom friendly videos on YouTube.
Oh, well, you still listening? Okay. Receive my flowers. Receive my flowers.
Good job. On YouTube, had it not been for 2 years ago, us starting this podcast. So my last call is to the visionary, the original visionary behind this podcast. I know some of you have only listened because Dick or Ass was out there, and you were like, let me go take a listen because I like Dick and Ass. And then you came here and you found out what the substance of this podcast was.
The drink specials got you in the door.
Yeah. But none of that would be possible without the marketing genius of my co-star. Ronald saw a lane that needed to be filled, and he had the gumption and the tenacity to fill it. No pause. And that's why I'm still here 2 years later. I've been offered other roles
Ooh, together.
by other girls to do many other things for a long time, a long periodically time that I've been in this goddamn media, social media, online social
influencer
atmosphere. Been offered a whole bunch of shit, and I'm like, you want to stand next to me? You want me to stand over there? But this is the only one that I've taken, and this is the only one that I will take. And I would be remiss if I said that, like I said, there have been other things that were technically lucrative that I should have done, but I knew that they weren't right for me. They weren't right for the community, and I didn't take them. I took this. And this last call is to another year of us continuing to do this. Thank you all for your support. Thank RonaldMatters.com for the soul and the energy being behind this podcast. I am here for it.
Thank you. Unexpected, but cool. I mean, not but cool, but like, thank you, thank you, thank you. Really quickly before I do my last call, DC is having a Trans Visibility Community Festival on Saturday, March the 30th from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. I'm going to do my best to make it to this. Go to
Disability.
Woo! Y'all know big words and syllables.
Freedom!
Transvisibilityfestival.com. So just like we helping our trans sisters and brothers get jobs, we need to make sure that we are giving them visibility. If I don't have a job, just be there to support. Bring some macaroni, well, not to this festival, but just be in fellowship. My last call this week, and writing my last call, I always get emotional in my spirit, and then I'm like, you got to figure out how to do it out loud, and I get emotional. I remember in 2005, 2006, when Logo said they were coming out with a series of black gay men who were friends who lived in LA.
Oh, is this Noah's Ark?
Yes. I was featured in the Wall Street Journal. Okay, anyway. We
ran out of flower money, girl. We bought you these dandelions.
I just remember back when there was really no vision of what black gay friendship looked like.
There was no representation.
What black gay love looked like.
No.
And even on cable TV,
it was just queer as folk.
It would come on, and then the next day I could download it on iTunes. And I would not go to a class. I would not have breakfast. I would not do anything if I had not downloaded the latest episode of Noah's Ark to get the tea, of course, the drama,
and Wade,
of what was going on.
And Ricky. Ooh, Ricky. Ricky was my fave.
Well, Trey was my fave because I like big niggas. So Trey is like...
Trey didn't have enough lines. But Trey is
that was why he didn't have enough lines. Trey don't need enough lines. You know who
Trey is so...
You know who Trey is. You know what he gives.
But Trey still looked like that in person.
Oh, yeah, you did host the 10-year anniversary reunion thing.
He's so nice.
So you hosted that. Okay. But for me in 2005, 2006, to not have representation of that, and me supporting it by buying it on iTunes the next day when it came out, to now Noah's Ark is free on YouTube. So shout out to all the LGBT youth or people who are considering, swinging any other way outside of heterosexual, because Lord knows, that's trash. They get it on YouTube for free. And people had to support that with our dollars 1 decade ago. 2006, 2007, we were like, Logo, we demand that you make a movie. Please give us a movie. It was the #1 show on Logo. And Logo still canceled it because the white men down to Viacom who had the dollars was like, well, we can give a little bit more to MTV if we cancel this show on the gay channel. We can give a little bit more over here to this network if we take more dollars from the gay channel. So shout out to all the people who supported Noah's Ark back in 2005, 6, and 7, demanded that we get a movie, because y'all just swear this being Mary Jane movie is supposed to be something, and I'm just not.
The movie was cute too.
It
didn't get enough praise. It was cute.
But my last call is to everyone who supported Noah's Ark back when it was originally out. We're sad that Logo TV and Viacom didn't uphold its end of the bargain by bringing the show back if the movie did well. But now LGBT youth get to see it on YouTube. It's free for everybody.
And so maybe we should review an episode a week.
We got enough segments. We got enough segments of this show specifically. But my last call goes to Noah's Ark being on YouTube. I just remember being so excited to buy it every week to support the episode here. It was like to buy the HD of the episode every week was like $3.99 on iTunes back then. And now it's free. That's why I do this. So we can have platforms, so we can have sources, so we can be in the media, because representation matters. And I could go on and on and on. So blah, 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 wrap it up. That is this week's episode of Here For It Podcast. Follow the show on the internet, Here For It Pod. Get our merchandise, HereForItShop.com. We do flash sales every now and then. Y'all missed the last one. Shame on you. And my name is Ronald Matters. Follow me on the internet at Ronald Matters, and of course, ronaldmatters.com.
I am the Superman, TheeSupaman, and you can find me on Netscape. Take your Truvada, kids.
Bye.
Bye.